Hi, folks. I am Brian Otto. You might know me through my Titanfall speedruns or my work with GDQ, or maybe you don't know me at all. In any case, I have a little passion project I've been working on and off for the last 3 years, and I think you should check it out. This is your crash course on the BFBL. A crash! Yeah! Bang! Like, was that? Oh! Oh my God! There has been a murder! The runner is gonna go home. Here's the throw to the plate. It is not time! In a bang play, Lucas Sambronson. Brian Otto's Fake Baseball League, also known as the BFBL or Fake Baseball, is a fully simulated fictional world baseball league with over 20 seasons of history, and you don't even need to be a baseball fan to enjoy it. I like to say that fake baseball is baseball for baseball haters. Virtually all of the aspects of the sport that people tend to dislike are removed. The pace of play is way faster, there's very little downtime, and the games are way shorter. It's also a much easier way to learn and comprehend all of baseball's strange rules, considering that you can talk to the league commissioner directly, that's me, and get your questions answered in real time. There are tons of fake baseball fans who got introduced to the sport through this league and don't even watch real baseball. Okay, so let's talk briefly about the bones of fake baseball and how it even works. The BFBL takes place almost entirely within a game called Super Mega Baseball 3, which was developed by Metalhead Software back in 2020. I like to describe it as a modern day baseball game for folks that grew up with the Backyard Sports series, like me. And similar to the Backyard Sports games, Super Mega Baseball 3 also has a cartoony appearance, but under the hood, it's actually a really deep baseball sim, and it's almost entirely customizable. And this customization is how and why fake baseball even exists. Okay, so what is Brian Otto's Fake Baseball League? It's a fictional baseball league comprised of 30 different teams that represent cities and regions from all across the globe. These 30 teams are split into two conferences, the Western League and the Eastern League, and within those conferences, 3 different divisions. Every team plays 87 inning games in a season, with the top 8 teams advancing to the playoffs. I've been personally running this league for roughly 3 years and have simulated over 20 in-game seasons. Also notable to say that aside from the team that I personally manage, this is all CPU versus CPU driven. Now, where I think fake baseball finds its fun is in the broadcasts. During the regular season, I broadcast 3 times a week, curating a list of games I think will be exciting, and then commentating those games in full like you might expect from a real baseball game. Bucket Navarro starting out in left field today. And the only true left-handed batter in the lineup for the Kodiaks today, it's Farchamp Zamboni. And Zamboni puts a tag on this one. He'll go the opposite way for a huge hit. Zamboni answers. 429 feet, his second of the year. It is looking like it could be a slugfest out here in Busan. You might even see some of your favorite creators and personalities joining the broadcast to co-commentate games with me. I've been practicing commentary in various forms for nearly a decade now, and I get super into trying to make it feel real, fun, and most importantly, approachable. There are a lot of twists and turns with how the audience interacts with the broadcasts. Fans can request to watch a certain team, get a deep dive on a specific player's history, alter how I call a home run, or even rename players within the league itself. Fake Baseball also hosts an all-star game every season voted on by the fans with a home run derby to accompany it. The other thing about the BFBL is while the baseball may be fake, the drama is real. The players begin to take a life of their own as we follow the ups and downs of their careers, and there's always new storylines both going into a season and all throughout them. Players make huge plays, like when Braden Franklin hit the go-ahead grand slam in Game 7 of the World Series to secure the first ever World Series title for Valencia. Teams will just make shock decisions, like when the Montreal Voyageurs cut MVP frontrunner Alley Cat Crunchwrap in the middle of Season 20. Everything is fictional, so there's a ton of audience-driven role-playing to be had and lore to just be made up. Each team has their own small individual fandom, and we watch rivalries develop in front of our very eyes. And there's like so much more that I could just yap to y'all about right now, like Fake Baseball Reference, which is a complete and historical database of BFBL history, including year-by-year rosters, single-season award winners, and like so much more. That's right, real baseball fans, we even have Baseball Reference. or the Fake Baseball blog, which is a channel in my community Discord server that acts as the league's official news source, or fakebaseball.store, where you can buy real merch from Fake Baseball. Everything about Fake Baseball lore and the community that surrounds it, I think, is just awesome. So I'm going to stop here before I get carried away, and instead, let me introduce you all to just a few of my personal favorite teams. First up, the Cascadia Kodiaks. This is the team that I personally manage. Their home stadium is called Cascadia Park, and they represent the Pacific Northwest as a whole, canonically playing in Vancouver, BC, which is my favorite city in North America. They're also notably the winningest team in Fake Baseball history. Their best player right now is Japanese right fielder Uday Katabura, who has 7 Super Sluggers and 3 MVP awards since he entered the league back in season 13. Next up, we got a fan favorite team in the Busan Blowfish, often affectionately referred to as the Blowies. One of 2 Korean teams, the Blowfish play in one of the most competitive divisions in Fake Baseball called the Pacific Theater. Their home ballpark is referred to as the Fishbowl, and they traditionally build teams that are focused around making contact with the ball and putting the ball in play. Their best player right now is the infamous and often controversial shortstop, Heliocentric Orbital. And lastly, I will show off Corsa Palermo, or Palermo Racing. Named for Italy's illustrious history in professional motorsport, they have some of my favorite jerseys in the entire league. I especially like how their away uniforms look like race suits. Their home ballpark is called the Scuderia, and their best player right now is center fielder Frankie Jaeger, one of the league's elite and most dynamic superstars. So, there's your Fake Baseball crash course. If you made it this far, you have my sincere gratitude. Like, seriously, thank you. This is a real passion project of mine. I think it's super weird, I think it's super fun, and ultimately, I really believe in it. If you're interested in catching one of the broadcasts or interacting with the Fake Baseball fandom at all, or even just learning more about the league in general, I've dropped links to everything down below in the description. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this, and hopefully I will see you at Cascadia Park. Peace.